In the sprawling expanse of the galaxy, the Jurelians prided themselves as Deathworlders, a term given to those capable of surviving on the harshest of planets. Their home, Jurelis, was a planet of extremes, scorching days followed by freezing nights, toxic flora, and fauna fierce enough to challenge the bravest of souls. They believed they were unique in their resilience, a notion that had shaped their culture and society for eons. Captain Laris Vall of the Jurelian exploratory fleet peered out of the viewport of the starship Vigilant, her eyes scanning the star-studded void. The mission was clear: explore the uncharted sectors of the fringe systems and ascertain their suitability for Jurelian colonization. However, what started as a routine exploration mission soon took an unexpected turn. "Captain, we're picking up unusual readings from a nearby system," reported Ensign Torek, his voice a mix of curiosity and caution. The young officer was stationed at the ship's sensory array, his eyes fixed on the flickering data screens. "Define unusual," Laris asked, turning from the viewport to face him. "It's a planet, Class X by our standards. But it's inhabited, showing signs of advanced technology. Its conditions are severe, even by our criteria," Torek replied. Laris raised an eyebrow. "Inhabited? And yet it thrives in such hostility?" "Yes, ma'am. There's more." Torek paused, ensuring he had the captain's full attention. "The signals we intercepted, they're transmissions in a language we don't recognize. But the structure is complex, indicative of a highly sophisticated society." Intrigued, Laris ordered, "Set a course. Let's see who these fellow Deathworlders are." As the Vigilant approached the planet, which the natives called Earth, the crew studied every piece of information their sensors could gather. Earth was indeed a Class X planet. Vast oceans teemed with monstrous creatures, landscapes ranged from scorching deserts to frozen wastelands, and its atmosphere was laced with unpredictable and violent weather patterns. "Captain, the planet is dominated by a species called humans. They have established civilizations across its entirety," Torek updated, his excitement barely contained. "Humans." Laris mulled over the name. A species that not only survived but thrived on such a world could prove to be formidable. Or invaluable allies. "Prepare for first contact protocols. And alert me the moment we have a translation of their transmissions," she ordered. The crew worked tirelessly and soon, they cracked the language barrier. The first translated message was a broadcast of peace and cooperation, a call to the stars from the humans. It was an invitation. Laris felt a thrill run through her. This was a monumental moment not just for her crew, but for all of Jurelis. Humans and Jurelians, two species forged by their brutal worlds, now stood on the threshold of a first meeting. The Vigilant entered orbit, and Laris composed her message to the humans. It was a greeting, filled with the hope of friendship and an offer to share knowledge and cultures. As she transmitted the message, she wondered about the possibilities that lay ahead. On Earth, the response was swift. A voice, clear and confident, echoed through the Vigilance communication system. "Jurelian vessel, this is President Sarah Thompson of the Earth Global Alliance. We welcome you to Earth with open arms and open hearts. Let us meet and talk as equals, and may this be the dawn of a great friendship." Laris smiled, her heart beating with the promise of the unknown. "Ensign, inform the crew, we have made contact. And it appears we have much to learn." As the Vigilant prepared for the descent, Laris felt a convergence of destiny and opportunity. The universe was vast, filled with mysteries and potential. And perhaps, just perhaps, the humans were the key to understanding it better. She looked forward to the exchange of ideas, of learning about human resilience and sharing the strength of Jurelians. In that moment, the stars seemed a little closer, the galaxy a bit smaller, and the future infinitely brighter. The Vigilant descended into Earth's atmosphere, its hull shimmering with the heat of entry as it made its way towards the designated landing site, a vast, open field surrounded by lush forests near one of the humans' primary governance complexes. The Jurelians had observed from orbit, intrigued by the diversity of the planet's ecosystems, each capable of supporting different forms of life and civilization. Earth was alive, chaotic, and beautiful. As the ship touched down gently on the soft earth, Laris Vol and her crew prepared to disembark. They donned their environmental suits, designed to protect them from Earth's more extreme microbial life and atmosphere, which, while breathable, contained allergens and pathogens unfamiliar to Jarelian biology. The airlock door hissed open, revealing a world awash with the colors of its rich biosphere. Waiting for them was a delegation of humans, led by President Thompson, who approached with a calm assurance and a smile. "Captain Vol, welcome to Earth," Thompson greeted, extending a hand in a gesture of human camaraderie that Laris had learned about in her briefings. Laris took the offered hand, the contact symbolizing more than just a meeting. It was a potential union of worlds. "President Thompson, it is an honor. Your world is unlike any we have encountered." The human leader smiled. "We hope you'll find our differences as enriching as we do." The group walked towards a specially prepared meeting area, a transparent structure that allowed them to be surrounded by nature while protected from its more aggressive elements. As they walked, Thompson introduced her aides, experts in various fields of science and diplomacy, eager to exchange knowledge with their new alien guests. Inside the pavilion, discussions began in earnest. Human scientists were particularly interested in Jarelian technology, especially their starship propulsion and energy systems, while the Jarelians inquired about Earth's rich biodiversity and the technologies humans use to adapt and thrive. As Laris explained the functioning of their FTL drives, a technology the humans had yet to perfect, the human scientists listened with rapt attention. The exchange was a torrent of information, each revelation met with eager questions and proposals for joint research. Meanwhile, Torek engaged with human biologists, sharing data on Jarela's predatory flora and fauna, comparing them to Earth's own deadly creatures. The parallels were striking, and the biologists began outlining collaborative studies that could lead to breakthroughs in medicine and bioengineering. The afternoon waned, and the conversation shifted from technology and science to culture and philosophy. Humans shared insights from their history, marked by conflicts and resolutions, and the Jarelians offered their own tales of survival and unity. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the pavilion, Thompson proposed a tour of Earth's cultural sites and natural wonders, hoping to show the Jarelians more than just the technological achievements of humanity. Laris agreed, intrigued by the prospect of understanding the human spirit through their art, music, and nature. As the first stars of the evening twinkled into view, the atmosphere among the group was not just one of mutual respect but of growing friendship. The day concluded with a shared meal, Earth foods paired with Jarelian dishes, each a gesture of goodwill. As they ate, the conversations deepened, touching on potential alliances, shared challenges, and the future. In those moments, as different worlds intersected over shared tables, the seeds of a profound bond were sown, hinting at a future where Jarelians and humans might not just coexist but flourish together, turning erstwhile unknowns into allies, perhaps even kin. The morning after their first groundbreaking discussions, the human delegation took the Jarelians on a tour of one of Earth's oldest cities, rich in history and bustling with life. Laris and her crew marveled at the architecture, a mix of ancient designs and modern technology seamlessly integrated into every building and street. Humans thrived in a spectrum of environments, using technology not just to survive but to enhance their quality of life. As they toured a museum dedicated to Earth's exploration of space, Laris found herself drawn to the exhibits displaying the early spacecraft used by humans to reach their moon and beyond. The resilience and daring of these early explorers resonated with her, a reflection of her own people's journey among the stars. "This was Apollo 11, explained a guide, pointing to a lunar module replica. "It carried the first humans who walked on another world. Much like our own Virak vessel," Torek whispered to Laris, a sense of kinship with these human pioneers evident in his voice. Their next stop was a renowned university where human scholars and Jarelian scientists convened for a series of lectures and workshops. Here, the discussions focused on the potential applications of Jarelian environmental technologies on Earth, which could help manage their more extreme weather patterns, and in turn, Earth scientists offered insights into agricultural innovations that might benefit the harsh landscapes of Jarelis. In one of the labs, Dr. Helen Moreau, a leading Earth geneticist, discussed gene editing techniques developed to adapt crops to Earth's varied climates. our CRISPR advancements could be tailored to Jurelian species. Imagine increasing the nutritional yield of your crops or making them more resistant to your planet's predators, she suggested with an enthusiastic smile. The Jurelians shared their own approach to genetic management, a system developed over centuries to ensure the survival of their plant species in Jurelis hostile environments. The exchange sparked a series of collaborative ideas, from joint agricultural stations to exchange programs for scientists. As the day progressed, the delegation moved to a natural reserve, a sprawling area dedicated to the preservation of Earth's wildlife and natural habitats. Walking among towering trees and observing the subtle interplay of Earth's ecosystem, Laris conversed with President Thompson about the delicate balance of leadership and conservation. "We have much to learn from each other," Laris noted, watching a group of deer graze peacefully. "Your dedication to preserving such beauty, it's inspiring." Thompson smiled, looking around at the natural splendor. "And we have seen the strength and resilience of the Jurelian people. There's strength in diversity and learning from each other's experiences." As evening approached, the group gathered around a large campfire, a traditional Earth setting for storytelling and sharing. One by one, humans and Jurelians exchanged stories of their planets, their adventures, and their aspirations. A human musician introduced the Jurelians to the guitar, strumming chords that echoed in the crisp night air. Moved by the melody, a Jurelian poet recited verses from their ancient lore, his voice carrying the weight of his world's history and dreams. The fire crackled, casting a warm glow on the faces of those gathered, human and Jurelian alike, as laughter and music filled the air. It was a night of cultural revelation and personal connections, forging bonds that promised to extend beyond the simple sharing of technology and knowledge, into the realms of deep mutual respect and understanding. As the fire died down to embers, and the stars shone brightly above, Laris and Thompson stood aside, their conversation turning to plans for a future where both their people might explore the stars together, united by a shared curiosity and a common goal of prosperity. The following day, under a sky streaked with the early light of dawn, the Jurelian delegation accompanied their human hosts to one of Earth's most advanced oceanic research facilities. Nestled on the edge of a cliff overlooking a vast ocean, the facility was a hub of marine science, focusing on the preservation and understanding of Earth's aquatic ecosystems. Inside the sprawling complex of gleaming metal and glass, Dr. Emily Saunders, the facility's director, greeted them warmly. "Our oceans are as alien to some of us as the depths of space," she explained, guiding the group towards a large, circular observation deck that provided a panoramic view of the underwater world. "Here, we study the life forms that inhabit these waters, some of which have adapted to conditions that are, in many ways, as extreme as those on Jurelis." Fascinated, the Jurelians watched as schools of colorful fish darted through towering kelp forests, while deeper in the shadowy depths, bioluminescent creatures illuminated the ocean's mysteries. The parallels to Jurelis' own aquatic biomes, where luminescent predators were common, were not lost on them. "We have similar creatures in our world," Laris shared, pointing to a display that showed a Jurelian water beast whose skin emitted pulses of light to stun its prey. "Our bioluminescent predators use their light as a lure and defense mechanism." Dr. Saunders nodded, intrigued. "There's much we could learn from each other's methods of studying these environments. Our remote-operated vehicles could be adapted to explore your aquatic zones, potentially giving us both deeper insights into our planet's biodiversity." As the tour continued, the scientists delved into discussions about potential joint missions to unexplored oceanic trenches on Earth and Jurelis, areas where life might exist under conditions previously thought unsustainable. The idea of deploying dual-planet research teams was proposed, sparking a wave of excitement among the teams. Later, the group visited the facility's engineering bay, where human technology designed to withstand the pressures of deep-sea exploration was on display. Here, Laris introduced the concept of Jurelian pressure-resistant materials, alloys that could potentially enhance the durability of human submersibles. "Our materials could help your vessels reach deeper into the abyss, withstand greater pressures, and possibly extend their operational range," she explained, as engineers from both sides began sketching out preliminary designs on digital tablets. Inspired by the collaborative atmosphere, A young Jarelian engineer named Kever asked about the potential for an interplanetary exchange program. Perhaps our engineers could learn from Earth's techniques in marine engineering, while yours could gain insight from our materials science. The proposal was met with unanimous approval, and plans were quickly put into motion to establish such programs, heralding a new era of shared knowledge and resources. As the day drew to a close, the Jarelians were invited to board one of the research submarines, a sleek vessel designed for deep-sea exploration. As they descended into the depths, surrounded by the pressing darkness of the ocean, the lights of the sub illuminated an alien landscape that was at once utterly foreign and strangely familiar. Watching Earth's hidden wonders unfold, Laris felt a profound connection to this planet and its people. Here, beneath the waves, the boundaries between worlds seemed to blur, their shared mission bringing them closer to understanding not just each other's worlds, but the broader mysteries of life itself. Their return to the surface was marked by a renewed sense of purpose. As they stepped back onto the solid ground of Earth, plans were already forming for the next steps in their collaboration, each leader contemplating the vast potential of their united efforts. The day had not only brought them closer to the secrets of Earth's oceans but had also deepened the bonds between Jarelian and human, paving the way for a future rich with exploration and mutual growth. The collaboration between Earth and Jarelis continued to deepen, marked by an air of eager anticipation for shared growth and discovery. On a crisp, clear morning, the human and Jarelian delegates convened at one of Earth's leading aerospace facilities, a sprawling complex where the horizon was dotted with towering launch structures and gleaming spacecraft. Today's agenda focused on harmonizing aerospace technologies, a pivotal step towards joint ventures into deeper space. The vast hangars of the facility housed both human and Jarelian spacecraft, allowing engineers from both species to exchange knowledge and innovate side by side. Dr. Aidan Hart, a prominent aerospace engineer, led the tour. Our goal here is to integrate Jarelian propulsion technology with human spacecraft designs. We believe this could significantly enhance our capabilities for long-distance space travel, he explained, gesturing towards a spacecraft that combined sleek human design aesthetics with the robust, angular contours of Jarelian engineering. Laris, alongside her chief engineer, examined the integration points where Jarelian engines were being adapted to human vessels. The synergy between our technologies is fascinating, she remarked, tracing her hand over the seamless meld of metal and energy conduits. Our propulsion systems are designed for endurance and strength, which, when combined with your lighter, faster designs, could open up new realms of possibility. The discussions led them to a control room filled with screens displaying simulations of space missions using combined technologies. Teams of Jarelian and human specialists worked together, running diagnostics and tweaking designs to optimize performance. In our simulations, we've managed to reduce travel time between our worlds by 30%, one of the human engineers reported, showing a graph of flight paths and times. And that's just the beginning. We're also exploring safety enhancements and energy efficiency. The meeting shifted to a workshop where young engineers from both planets collaborated on a prototype drone designed for planetary exploration. This drone incorporated Jarelian sensory technology, capable of detecting a range of geological and atmospheric anomalies, with human robotic agility and adaptability. Watching the young minds at work, Laris felt a surge of pride. These exchanges are more than just about technology, she shared with Dr. Hart. They are about forming a community that spans stars. Yes, it's about building a future together, he agreed, nodding towards the group. These projects could one day lead to a combined fleet, exploring not just our respective systems but perhaps even beyond the known galaxy. As the day progressed, the focus turned to training and simulation exercises. Jarelian and human pilots practiced maneuvers in simulators that blended different aspects of their respective flying techniques and control interfaces. The pilots adapted quickly, learning to handle the unique combination of technologies and leveraging their distinct advantages. "The handling is smoother than I anticipated," noted a Jarelian pilot after a simulation session. "The integration of human responsiveness with our drive systems provides an excellent balance." Meanwhile, a side project developed by a mixed team of biologists and chemists presented an innovative life support system that utilized Earth's plant life combined with Jarelian biofilters. This system could potentially sustain longer missions by recycling air and water more efficiently than either species had previously managed. As twilight descended and the artificial lights of the facility began to glow against the darkening sky, the teams gathered to review the day's achievements. The air was filled with a palpable sense of accomplishment and the promise of future endeavors. This partnership, Laris said as they concluded, marks a new chapter in our civilization's histories. Together, we are not just stronger, but wiser. With the evening's approach, the delegates left the facility, their minds buzzing with ideas and the sky above them clear and full of stars. The promise of their combined potential seemed as limitless as the universe itself, a testament to the power of unity in pursuit of common goals. As the collaborative spirit between Earth and Jarellus grew stronger, cultural exchanges began to take shape alongside the technological and scientific partnerships. A large, multicultural festival was organized, celebrating the arts, cuisines, and traditions of both worlds. It was set in one of Earth's scenic coastal cities, where the sea mirrored the sky and the festive decorations fluttered in the gentle breeze. Stalls lined the vibrant streets, each booth a showcase of the unique aspects of human and Jarelian life. Jarelian artisans displayed their intricate metalwork and glowing textiles, while human artists countered with stunning paintings and digital art that captured the essence of Earth's diverse landscapes and urban scenes. Laris and her crew wandered through the festival, sampling foods from both planets. The Jarelians offered spicy, hearty dishes that were a testament to their planet's robust flora and fauna, while the humans presented a varied cuisine that ranged from subtly flavored vegetables and grains to richly marinated meats and seafood. The diversity is astonishing, Laris remarked to President Thompson, who had joined her in sampling a Jarelian dish made from a grain that thrived in their arid regions. It's a reflection of our worlds, Thompson replied, tasting the spicy food with an appreciative nod. Just as our environments have shaped us, so have our cultures shaped our palates. Music filled the air, a blend of Jarelian rhythms and human melodies creating a harmonious backdrop to the colorful event. A stage hosted performers from both species, including a Jarelian ensemble that used bioluminescent instruments to create a visual and auditory spectacle, and a human orchestra that played symphonic pieces infused with electronic sounds. As night fell, the festival culminated in a collaborative performance involving both Jarelian and human musicians. The composition was a symphony of new sounds, representing the convergence of their cultures. The music echoed through the city, a sonic embodiment of their newfound fellowship. Away from the bustling festival, a series of collaborative art installations were unveiled. One was a large sculpture co-created by a Jarelian artist and a human sculptor, depicting an abstract form that melded Jarelian geometric rigidity with the fluidity of human design. It stood in a central square, illuminated by lights and surrounded by viewers who interpreted its meaning in varied ways. The sculpture represents our partnership, the human sculptor explained to an assembled crowd. The blending of forms, hard and soft, linear and curvilinear, symbolizes how our worlds come together, learning from each other, supporting each other. The festival also featured virtual reality experiences that allowed visitors to see and feel the environments of both Earth and Jarellus. People lined up to don VR headsets, eager to walk through the forests of Jarellus or dive into the coral reefs of Earth, experiencing the beauty of another world from miles away. As the festival drew to a close, Laris and Thompson walked together along the waterfront, reflecting on the events of the day. The lights from the festival reflected in the water, creating a tapestry of light that seemed to bridge the gap between the stars above and the sea below. This event, Thompson observed, has not just been a celebration of our cultures but a testament to our ability to create something greater together. Laris nodded in agreement, her eyes on the horizon where the ocean met the sky. Today, we shared our worlds not just intellectually but emotionally. We've built trust and friendship, the foundation upon which we can build a future. The echo of the final notes of the night's last performance lingered in the air, a reminder of the harmonies possible when two very different worlds come together. As the festival lights dimmed, the stars seemed to shine brighter, a silent witness to the burgeoning alliance that promised to reshape the galaxy. In the wake of the festival's success, the bonds between Earth and Eurelis had never been stronger. Inspired by the unity displayed, leaders from both planets convened for a summit to formalize their partnership and outline the future of their interstellar collaboration. The summit was held in a newly constructed conference center, designed with both human and Eurelian architectural elements, symbolizing the integration of their worlds. The main hall of the summit buzzed with anticipation as Laris and President Thompson prepared to sign a series of agreements that encompassed a broad range of initiatives, from joint space exploration missions to cultural exchange programs and shared technological research. The agreements we signed today are not merely contracts between two worlds. President Thompson addressed the assembly, her voice resonant and clear. They are the blueprint for our shared future, a future where we stand together to face the challenges of the cosmos. Laris stood beside her, nodding solemnly. Our alliance will serve as a beacon of cooperation and peace, proving that from diversity comes strength and from unity comes progress. The first agreement formalized the establishment of an Interstellar Research and Exploration Council, which would oversee the combined efforts of human and Eurelian scientists and explorers. This council would coordinate missions to the furthest reaches of the galaxy, pushing the boundaries of what both species could achieve together. The second agreement focused on the creation of cultural exchange hubs on both Earth and Eurelis. These centers would not only educate but also allow citizens of both planets to experience each other's cultures firsthand, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation across planetary boundaries. As the agreements were signed, applause filled the hall, echoing off the high ceilings and wide, glass panels that looked out onto the tranquil gardens surrounding the center. Cameras flashed, capturing the historic moment for future generations to witness. Following the official proceedings, a panel of experts from various fields took to the stage to discuss the practical implications of these agreements. They talked about the technological synergies that had already begun to reshape industries on both worlds, from energy production to environmental conservation and medical advancements. Dr. Aidan Hart spoke about the upcoming launch of the first hybrid spacecraft, powered by Eurelian propulsion technology and equipped with Earth's life support systems. This ship will be the first of its kind, capable of prolonged missions that were once beyond our reach. It symbolizes our combined strengths and shared dreams. Meanwhile, cultural leaders discussed the upcoming Interplanetary Arts Festival, which would rotate between Earth and Eurelis each year. We'll see performances that blend our artistic traditions in ways we haven't yet imagined, one Eurelian curator enthused. Art has a way of bridging gaps that politics and technology sometimes cannot. As the summit concluded, Laris and Thompson stood once more at the forefront, looking out at the faces of those gathered, a mix of humans and Eurelians alike. They saw not just diplomats and scientists, but people, individuals who would carry the spirit of this summit back to their homes, spreading the message of unity and cooperation. The road ahead will have its challenges, Laris stated, her voice imbued with a mix of resolve and optimism. But together we are ready to meet them. The delegates left the conference center, stepping into the fading light of the day. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow that seemed to affirm the promise of the new alliance. In the sky, the stars twinkled, perhaps a bit brighter now, watched by those who now saw them not as distant lights, but as destinations, as homes, as future histories waiting to be written. Together, Earth and Eurelis stepped forward into that future, united and unafraid, their paths intertwined in the vast, unfolding tapestry of the cosmos.